Hey guys, I'm Jeff Schneider. Today we're talking about how to practice and what it should feel like when you're doing it right. And it really should hurt, like I said in the title of this video. It's supposed to hurt. I'm not talking about your fingers, your hands, or your arms. Definitely not. I've been through tendinitis. It's not a fun thing to have to go through. You know, that's just what happens when you practice for way too long, way too fast, way too repetitive. You gotta take breaks, you gotta stretch. Okay, but what I'm talking about is a good kind of pain, the kind that's in your brain. She's funny. This is Maybelline, by the way. She's great. So yeah, when you're transposing things into all 12 keys, oh, hey, relax. This is her first video, so she's a little bit nervous. But when you're transposing things into all 12 keys, you wanna go down? I'm gonna let her down. Okay. So when you're transposing things into all 12 keys, doing polyrhythms, rhythmic permutations, all this crazy stuff where you're transposing and you're playing your arpeggios and your scales, you need to do that, and you need to do it in a very focused, concentrated way. If you're sitting in front of your TV practicing your scales or just moving your fingers around and doing long tones, yeah, maybe something's happening there, but you're pretty much wasting your time, because the most efficient and effective way to practice is focused, very concentrated practice, where you're just doing one thing at a time and you're paying attention to the small details. Because if you're distracted by the television or looking at your computer or on Facebook, doing something else that's not related to practicing, you're not really making the most of your time, which is effectively wasting it. So if your head is hurting though, because you are trying to transpose something, or you're trying to get this rhythm right, or being able to move this rhythm around in the beat, in the bar, and memorize a tune, a melody, a solo, do a transcription, all this stuff is hard. It's supposed to be hard. To wrap it up here, if your head's hurting a little bit, that's a good thing. If it's not, if it's all, daisies, you might want to try upping the ante a little bit. Maybe you need to make the exercise a little bit more challenging. Maybe you need to turn on the metronome, make sure you're doing whatever you're doing in time. And if you are doing it in time and it's still too easy, you got to speed it up. If you guys have ever heard of flow state, when you find your flow, that really means you have the perfect balance of basically boredom on the one extreme and anxiety on the other. So you got to find that middle ground where you're not too bored, you're not too anxious. And that's the perfect challenge, and that's when you're going to really find yourself improving the most. So remember, you don't want your arms, your hands, anything to be hurting physically. But your brain, your mind, that should be feeling challenged. It should feel like you're doing trigonometry or something. When you're in school and you're really concentrating and it's hard, it's supposed to be hard. Now when you go out to play, that's fun. You want to have fun. You want to enjoy yourself. In a sense, you want to forget everything that you've been practicing and learning and just play. But when you're in the practice room, focus, concentrate, and make sure, at least a little bit, that something's happening up here. Thanks for watching. I'm Jeff Schneider. See you next time.